Like any healthy ecosystem, this island's wilderness is full of hunters. However, in Sri Lanka's forests, the most dangerous creatures are rarely the ones you see first. The most effective among them share a common strategy: patience, stillness, and the ability to go entirely unnoticed until the very last moment. There's no roar, no chase, no warning. In this forest, the hunters that matter most are the ones you never hear coming. And yet, among all the hunters this forest holds, few are as easy to walk past without ever knowing. Not because it hides in the water or retreats into the dark, but because it simply stays still, coiled on a branch, settled among the leaves, looking for all the world like it belongs there, because it does. This is the Sri Lankan green pit viper, endemic to this island and found nowhere else on earth. It is not a large snake. Males rarely exceed a meter, though females can reach up to a little over. But size here is beside the point. What the pit viper lacks in length, it more than compensates for in patience and in venom. Its vivid green scales, often patterned with black and yellow, make it almost impossible to spot against the foliage of the forest, although it contrasts quite starkly on this dry bark. This is not a coincidence. It is the snake's primary weapon, an ambush predator. The pit viper does not chase its prey. It simply waits for it to come close enough. The pit viper is primarily nocturnal, spending its days coiled and still on low branches and shrubs, and becoming active after dark when its heat sensing abilities give it a significant advantage. But the pit viper, for all its skill, is not without its own enemies. Whatever that snake was thinking, it did not think quickly enough. Its name makes clear: snakes are its specialty, venomous or otherwise. The crested serpent eagle. Whatever that snake was thinking, it did not think quickly enough. Its name makes clear: snakes are its specialty, venomous or otherwise. The pit viper is well within its capabilities. Those short, broad talons are not built for speed. They are built for grip, pinning a writhing snake at a safe distance from the head, keeping the fangs well away from anything vital. Once the eagle has a hold, the outcome is rarely in doubt. The serpent eagle hunts from a sit and wait position, watching from an exposed perch at the edge of clearings, where it can survey the branches and forest below. When prey is located, it strikes with a sudden, overwhelming force, fast, direct. With snakes, there is no hesitation. The eagle moves straight for the head, crushing it, or taking it entirely off, neutralizing the danger before it ever has a chance to respond. It is an apex predator with no known enemies of its own. Encounters like this one are not rare. Unsurprisingly, snakes make up the bulk of the serpent eagle's diet, and in a forest as rich as this one, there is rarely a shortage of them. For the snakes of Sri Lanka's lowland forests, the shadow of this bird overhead is a reason enough to stay hidden. However, the serpent eagle is not the only raptor making a living in these forests. The changeable hawk eagle, one of the largest birds of prey on the island, operates across the same jungle, though its ambitions extend well beyond the snakes. It is a bird that commands attention. The prominent crest, the piercing yellow eyes, the broad, powerful wings built for navigating dense forest at speed. Everything about this bird speaks to a predator that has never had much reason to compromise. Where the serpent eagle descends to the forest floor, the hawk eagle works the full height of the jungle. Birds, lizards, rodents, small animals. Anything that moves through this canopy is a potential target. Perched motionless within the canopy, invisible against the tangle of branches, waiting for the right moment with extraordinary patience. And when that moment arrives, it moves with a speed and precision that gives its prey almost no time to react. A fast, direct strike from above, low to the ground, committed entirely. From above, the forest snakes have plenty to worry about. But the threat does not only come from the sky. The pit viper faces a second threat, and this one comes from the ground. The ruddy mongoose. Where the viper relies on stillness and the eagle on patience, the mongoose operates on an entirely different principle. Speed, boldness, and an almost reckless willingness to take on animals that most other creatures would avoid entirely. It is a compact, agile animal that covers ground quickly and misses very little. Its diet is broad and opportunistic: rodents, birds, lizards, frogs, and snakes, including venomous ones. Contrary to popular belief, the mongoose is not immune to snake venom. What it does have is a significantly higher tolerance for it than most animals, along with specialized receptors that reduce the venom's effect on its nervous system. Combined with its thick skin and extraordinary reflexes, this gives it a considerable advantage in any encounter with a venomous snake. The ruddy mongoose is largely solitary, active both day and night, covering its territory alone. Confident, fast, and adaptable, the ruddy mongoose is perhaps the least subtle hunter in this episode, but effective nonetheless. In the fading light, something moves at the edge of the trees. No sound, no warning, just a shape slipping between the shadows. This predator does not announce itself. It never has. In Sri Lanka's forests, the silent hunters are many, but some silences run deeper than others.